that. The things are going to go wrong, but listen, all of forever, that's a long time. No sin, no heartache, no pain, no suffering, no crying, no tears, nothing, right? How hard would it be to get discouraged if you have that to look forward to? It's very easy to get discouraged when you don't think about all the things that God's promised you, and you focus on the things that have gone wrong, and you don't focus on the things that God has done right. Joash found himself crying, weeping over the prophet. He found himself not obeying the word of God, only focusing on the problem. And he could have been, it could have been such a much different account of history. But Joash was more concerned about himself and the problems that he had. And he chose to stay discouraged. He chose not to be in the Word of God. He chose not to live for God. He chose not to listen to God. He chose not to work for God. And so he lived a life that was meaningless by and large. Discouraged. He never got rid of that thing that bothered him, the Syrians. They pushed them back 3 times, but they never went away. His choice was to stay discouraged, and so he lived a discouraged life. Let me ask you this morning, are you discouraged? There may be some things that have taken place this week that have discouraged you. Well, if you'll dive into the Word of God, and you'll serve God, and you'll stay in the will of God, discouragement should not be part of a Christian's life. It shouldn't. I know we're not perfect, and so discouragement comes from time to time. When you find it in your life, it's easy to fix. You just have to get right back to where God has you. Would you stand with me this morning? With every head bowed and every eye closed. Listen, God says, control your vessel. Rid the sin from your life. He says, expect some things to go wrong and be thankful for all the things that I've done in your life. Rely upon my word and get busy about serving me, and you'll find that discouragement will not be part of your life. All things work together for good. But there's a caveat in that verse. To them that love the Lord. You love me if you keep my commandments, Jesus said. Things work together for good to those that love the Lord. If we love Him, we'll do what He's told us to do faithfully. And we'll see that there won't be discouragement in our life. There'll be no need for it. Because we know who holds tomorrow, don't we? Would you spend some time in prayer as the piano plays?